probably in high school. I played, the first instrument I played was the trombone, which I know this was one right there. And then I played guitar, and then because I played the trombone and I sort of played guitar, I was recruited, I was sort of forced to play the bass in the jazz band in my junior high school, because I could read bass clef and I could sort of noodle around. And they gave me a bass and a book to figure it out. And so basically I did, you know, in a couple of weeks, and then I was playing, and then I kind of got hooked on playing bass. And then when I was in high school, a few years later, I was a pretty miserable student actually, and then, I was like in 11th grade or something. I was going to Saddleback College, getting straight A's in college and getting like C's, straight C's in high school. I'm thinking, you know, that doesn't seem right? Like, anyway, but that's where I started getting into, you know, music theory and writing music. And I wrote a piece for the orchestra at the Saddleback College, and I also wrote a piece for my wind ensemble when I was like in 11th grade, you know. So that was my first attempt at writing, you know, getting into putting dots on paper in a big way. The idea is we picked a group of instruments that we write for. Now it wasn't always, like you guys are an established group, which this has been a very unique and fun way to do it. Whereas before, I usually end up being the conductor, which is fun for me, but we'll come up like the last one we did before you was an electric string quartet and 3 percussion ensemble, like 3 percussionists with big groups of stuff to bang on. It's almost like the first thing, I didn't have a lot of opportunity to go, is this motive really the one I want? You know, so you kind of, the first thing that you work with whatever first thing that came for me, is what I did. And actually, I'm very pleased with it, because actually it came out pretty good. You know? I was like, I like the piece, so that's, you know, there you go. Who knows, sometimes pressure makes diamonds, maybe.